Hi guys, welcome to another live Wednesdays. So what I'm going to do now is before I get on to Q&As, remember you can put your questions in on the chat there, and we're going to have a look. Oh, hold on. Another live Wednesdays. So what I'm going to do now is before I get on. Okay. So sorry, I had the recording going so I could look at the chat. All right. So what we're going to do is I'm going to quickly show you some of the things that we've done on the education side of things, and then with a few little bits and of videos that I've uploaded to YouTube, which you might have seen or you might not have, and what's going to be coming up as well. So I'm going to share my screen now, and we are going to have a look. So here we go. So we got the master hub area, which is tutorials.zenler.com. And inside here, we have all our information. So you can find all our office hours and our timings there. That's all streamed directly into the Facebook group. Okay, we've got live Q&As on Wednesdays, which you're in now. If you're watching this, I can see there's a few of you. So we've got live breakthrough sessions by Kevin. So I don't know how that's going. It's Thursday, the 29th of April is the next one. And I just put up today the new workshop that we're doing on Sunday. This will be at slightly earlier time of 3:30 because of we're having a guest. We've got Ian Hamilton, who's helped with a course that I'm going to show you in a second. And he's got 2 videos in there. It's called a branding blitz with Zenler. So he's going to be on there as a branding expert. So he's going to be great for you to pop your questions to, and we'll talk to him in the branding and design. I'll also be showing you a few of the tools you can use to create media and just make your sites look wow. So we'll be talking about branding and how you can up your game. So it's going to be quite a good one. I also did a case study in there with William Song, who was struggling with one of his sites. He's got 2 sites, and he was struggling on getting his kind of brand identity together. So he very kindly said that I could feature it in the course, and it's perfect as a case study. So I've gone through that and we've revamped it all, probably over branded it with the colors, but you'll see. He can always tail it back. I'd rather go over branding and push it back than not have any branding at all, as you would see in the course. So if you are interested in this branding design workshop, then register here. And it's a good idea to take the new course that goes along with this. So let me just, before I go to Kevin's blog challenge, I'm just going to shoot down to the NZ Masterclass Bundle. This is on tutorials.zenler.com. Sign up here and you get access to all of our videos in here. Now, we've added one here, which is called Branding and Design. This includes a case study and includes Ian Hamilton's branding blitz as well. So really good one to watch that before the branding, because I'm sure questions will come out of it from watching those videos. So then when you hit the live on Sunday, you'll have a ton of questions to ask. So it will be fabulous. So definitely get in there. Okay, I'm going to shoot up the top now. Here we go. So we got Kevin is running his 5-day blogging challenge. So he's got his blogging challenge on tutorials.zenler.com, and you can join the challenge here. I will be taking part in this as well, not as an instructor, but as one of you guys, because it's an area I'm very much video centric. So all my stuff's videos, but blogging is really important. So it would be nice to have a chat and to see how this all works. So I will be in there as well. And I think it's the first part is starting next week. So definitely go in there. So I want to jump into the NZ Masterclass Bundle now, just to tell you, I mean, you guys already know probably because I shouted about it so many times. We got a video search. This is our whole archive. You can search by keywords in here and it'll access all the videos that we've done on everywhere. So you can get it in one place. Be careful though, because it doesn't run in sequence. Unlike courses that run in sequence and build on the one before, this one you'll just be pulling information out based on a keyword. So you might need to find where that is in the course if you want to work through it all. We've totally revamped the way this page is working now. This is the course access page, of course, for the NZ Masterclass Bundle. And we've now done it into two main areas. One is called Primary Zenler Courses. These are essential if you're a beginner or you're just trying to get back into using the Zenler platform. And it's basically a pipeline of how we expect a typical user to flow through the NZ Masterclass Bundle. That would start with the quick start guide. Then you would also, in tandem with that, download the basic setup checklist where you can check things off and keep track of what you've done on the Zenler site, especially if you haven't got much time. And then after you finish those two, you'll be grounded to move on to the complete guide to Zenler. So following those primary Zenler courses we've got there, we come down to what's called the secondary Zenler courses, which are subtopics. They're all Zenler based, or sometimes they're not. You know, like branding and design, it's not. But we've got lots of interesting courses in there, such as hardware setup, this kind of setup that I'm doing now for you guys, ethically copying a site, the live workshops that we run on Sunday, they're all in there. I upload them every sort of Monday, Tuesday after the Sunday live, so they go straight into there if you miss it. And we got advanced ninja tricks for coders and developers who like to play around with CSS and HTML and that sort of thing. And then, of course, we've got the branding design, which is definitely worth working through. Got great reviews on this course, all 5 stars, so it's brilliant. So reviews are really good for us, both good and bad. So let's jump into the YouTube channel now, which is youtube.com/c/Zenler. And inside here, we have all our Ask Zenlers and our feature releases. We've got loads of stuff in here. We've got the site launch roadmap. We got new features whenever they're released. We released a feature 5 days ago, which was a new filter for better hygiene, being able to filter out bounced users, which was highly after the people were after that, because bounced users, you want to get them out of your mail list if they're hard bounces. So we got a way now to filter them out, and then you can delete them out there. So that's gone in there, plus lots of other new bits. And our Zenlers, I've added one today. This is taking payments for live classes. So I show a workaround of being able to take payment on a live class. So thing to bear in mind with taking payment on live workshops, live courses, is we are working on big updates to actually be able to set up reoccurring lives and lots of other things as well. So we're aiming it for people that want to do all these live classes, therapy sessions, all these kind of things. It's a big business, so we need to be up on that. So we're working towards that. There's lots of other things in here as well, creating non-dynamic course bundle page. It's a bit of a mouthful, but it basically means deleting out the dynamic block and actually manually making one yourself and linking it to the correct areas. So lots of really good content in here to get stuck into. FAQ blocks as well. I just show some other uses for using the FAQ blocks. And then we got Zenler FBH, where we've got turning off public registration for pages, responsive disasters and fixing, and time management. For people that haven't got a lot of time, it's worth watching. It's a way of scheduling yourself out so that you effectively achieve as much as possible in the shortest amount of time. So that was added there. I thought it was important to do quite a big video on that. Upcoming our Zenler is going to be one on email deliverability. So you guys have, we see lots of posts and lots of things from support saying about how emails are not getting through, how they're going into Gmail's promotional folder, how they're also going into junk and spam. So we wanted to kind of try to demystify it. Now, the problem is that a lot of this is going on because of the way that you might be sending stuff out. You might be putting too many images in there. You might be using trigger words. Don't worry if this doesn't make sense. When you watch the video, it will. So it'll be out tomorrow. And it's basically showing you the best practices that most people work to. We have really no control on what you're sending out. So there is no saying, oh yeah, it's going to be perfect in every occasion, because it's up to you to make it deliverable. And we can, however, do things on the system to make sure that it actually has the best chance of getting through as possible. One main one is setting up the email domain authentication, and just turning that on and making sure that you're sending out through the same domain. So if, for instance, I'm using Surf Dudes, so let me just go to this site. This is a test site here. So I just jump into it and we have a look at the site and down to integrations here. You're going to see that we have the Zenler mail, and you're going to see in the details there that this email address is the same domain as the main domain. So it's at surfdudes-dudes.com. And also in the from name, I've got Surf Dudes in there as well. So this is really important. Once you've set that up, you then need to go through email domain authentication in here to get it all sorted. And then when you've done that, in your email broadcast that you're sending out, you'll make sure that when you actually put this all together, that you have the from email, which is the same domain. Now, this is where people run into big problems because they use something like Gmail. So they have a different URL address from the address that's up there, and it will have a higher ranking and might push it into a spam folder or a promotional folder, or it might not get through at all. So this is the crucial thing as far as this, and also checking about your actual credibility. So this is all in the video, by the way. So if I'm jumping, if you go into stats here, you can see sender reputation, and you want that to be at least above 95 or something. If it starts dropping down, then you need to clean your list out and clear it up. Again, that's all going to be in a video. So that's coming out tomorrow. So that's big releases from us on that subject. So guys, I can't see any questions coming in, so I'm going to jump across to Facebook. And actually, before I do that, I'm just going to jump to here because I saw some notifications come up on here. So Graham Spencer put question: the info you added to the course access page, could that be on the thank you page instead, and you not use the course access page at all? Short answer, absolutely not. The thank you page, all of the course pages that you go through to, the only one that is actually secured and only lets people in when they've bought it is the course access page. So you could send, even if you weren't logged in, you could send this URL out and people would still be able to get to it. So Graham, definitely not. Course access page is the only one that's locked off and private. You can get to the sales, checkout, and thank you page. So without having bought the course, basically. So course access page is private. That's when they've gone through that. I know what you're saying. So after the checkout page, you just want them to go in there. But it only happens once, you know, once they've gone and it says thank you, next time they log in, they'll see all their courses and they'll jump straight into the course access page. So it's no problem. All right, so that's that one done. So we've got another one from Mina. Now, Mina was actually asking about how to set up the payments for live. So I did that video for her. That was from a question she asked in a workshop. So she's thanking for that. Then we got, that's it. Good. Right, let's jump back to here. I'm just going to jump onto the YouTube channel, see if anyone's put anything on there. Got 2 watching. Hi, guys. Yeah, just got any questions, put them in there. So I'm going to jump across to Facebook now. So we're on our Facebook page, and we've got a question here. Some of them have been answered already, but I can just run through them. So how do I resend an email? Just one to one student. I got it got sent, apparently opened in her junk, but now she can't retrieve it. Yeah, you really want to get her to make sure that she whitelists your stuff so that it doesn't go into junk. And you want to check your emails as well, Lynn, to make sure that you're not getting lots of bounces and stuff, because it might be something to do with the content. So definitely the video I'm going to put up tomorrow is going to help you with that one. But yeah, you can email individual students inside here if you just go to site. So you can copy, you could go across to your email broadcast, you could go edit, and you could basically go into the email here, and then you could copy the content in there, and then you could paste it into an email to her. So you can go into Site, then you go and find the student that you're looking for, which I'm in all now. So you find the student in there. You can use the search functionality, and then we can just go here, and you can just send an email directly to them. So you could just paste that in there and send that straight to them, to that individual student. So really easy. And there we go. So, right, so we've got a good one here. It's from Jacob Hedenham Hummel. Hummel. So, hi all, I'm looking for inspiration, pros and cons from people who have used NZ for classes in personal training, yoga, fitness. My challenge is that usually this is all movie based and I really can't get it to look really cool and user friendly with Zenler. Maybe I'm doing something wrong, or perhaps Zenler is not the right platform for this kind of program. So we got people use this stuff in different ways. But what I would suggest, Jacob, is if you're thinking you don't like the way the course curriculum looks with the next, and I mean, it's clear because you've got the curriculum on the left, and then you've got this then you've got the video in there so they can follow on next, they go to the next video. But some people like to run kind of membership sites not using the curriculum at all. So if that is the case, what you need to do is you need to jump across to our it's in our complete guide, but you can go across to the Ask Zenler as well, where we put it in here. You can go down to a membership scenario and just take a look at these different types of membership setups that's in here. And the one I think that might appeal to you is the one-page membership, because what that will allow you to do is you'd have to set it up for each course, but you could put all the courses into a bundle if you wanted to. So you could set them out as series. But then what that would allow you to do is you wouldn't use the course curriculum, the course player. You would be using the one page, the course access page. So you could just put all your videos there, then you could have a video at the bottom and a video underneath that, and then they could go through it like that, and then they could jump back to the master bundle and pick the next course that they're going to. So that is a workaround that could work, and a lot of people use that one page membership. So it's worth you spending a good hour, I think, just looking through these different video options for membership. Things might change later with the way the curriculum looks. We might have the ability to make it look better at some point. Can't give any ETAs on that, but that's something that's been asked for a lot by people. So I'm sure Rakesh and the team are well versed in what they need to do. So that's that one. Okay, so hi Shiva. So what is this question mark? Okay, so maybe she's not part of Zenler. So it's the live, we run the live for Zenler, which is a course creation platform. So let's move on. So I need a calendar app attaching so people can book one-to-one calls, Acuity or Calendly. So hopefully, no one's put my link in there. I've done a video on Calendly and it's in here. I think it's under the Ask Zenlers and Calendly. There we go. So we got adding a user from Calendly, integrating with Calendly as well. So that is all on there. So I will reply to Rachel about that later, unless someone else has already. Nope, nobody has. I'm surprised. So I'll put that on there. So that's all done. So Danita, is there anyone who can help me with moving my domain from Squarespace to New Zenler? I purchased the domain. So a lot of people have problems with DNS records and setting up CNAME records. And unfortunately, there's so many different domain providers that it's impossible to do a video for all of them. But we have done some for, I think we did some for Namecheap, GoDaddy. We did the standard cPanel, being able to add that. Maybe Squarespace is a good one to do. When I get more time, I'll try and do more of these CNAME records. But in principle, they are all the same as each other. You're just adding a CNAME record. We do show you instructions on the site, so just take it slowly. If you have any problems, you can always send a message to support or post it on here and we'll get back to you. So Amit's said he'll help her with that, so that's very nice of him. Yeah, and Susan Sue says Squarespace is not a mainstream domain registrar. Well, it kind of is, but yeah, I know what you mean. It's not just bespoke like Namecheap or something. But yeah, do NZ course pages work with SEO? Yes, they do. So there's full SEO on all pages that you set up in the platform, whether it be funnels or courses or just general pages. If I just go to a page here and I just go and edit this page, it's really easy to change the SEO. It's something that you definitely have to do, and I advise you to do it when you're working on the page. So when you finish the design of the page, don't just go, I'm happy with that, and then leave it. It will pop up when you first save the page to tell you you need to fill it out at some point. Whether you do it straight away or at the end of the page development is up to you. But to get to it, you can come up to here, go to page SEO settings, and then you put it all in here. So you put the title of, you put a description, a descriptive description in there. Remember, people are going to find this on the search engine, so you need to be concise and precise about what it is, and it has to be what it's about. Keywords are words that can be picked up on, so they need to be separated with a comma. So if you're putting something like keyword, you need to put a comma, and then you put a space, and then you can put the next keyword, you know. So you can carry that on. I normally do about 10 of them. You can put a space in there and carry it on, then put another comma and repeat it. And you can pick an SEO image here as well. So if you hit this, you can upload an image and that will appear. And this is what it will look like. So you can see as I fill things out here, it starts to give you a preview of what it looks like. And if I dropped an image in there, which I could pick from here, you're going to see that that will appear in there as well. Also bear in mind that it does change depending on the size of the image. So if I choose something like that, you're going to get a taller image in there. I always like to work with a kind of HD size, which is 1920 1080, or a monitor screen size, or you can use the course image size, which I think is 860 by something. So there we go. And then to actually save it, we just hit done. If you don't want this page to show in search results, then you can turn it off there. But bear in mind, this might not always work. Some search engines might pick it up anyway. They shouldn't, because you've told them not to, so it won't be included in the sitemap. But some search engines ignore it and they'll list it anyway, just for your benefits. No, we can't control that if it's not a locked private page. So once you're finished, you hit done and then it's done. So nice, easy one there. Right, so Ankush says, I used LyraMail to create an email. After copying the HTML in Zenler, wherever I had used bullets, the font changed automatically to default email font in Zenler. Is there a way I can prevent this and let the font be the same as the one I selected in LyraMail? I don't know. I haven't checked that out, but it shouldn't actually change. If you added your bullets inside of the Zenler like email broadcast or automation, then it might well take on that CSS for that bullet point, but I'd have to look into that, Ankush. So so some people have found it difficult. Yeah, the main thing about LyraMail is you need to sort of compose it all as you want it and then copy and paste it in there. We've done a video on that on LyraMail, so it's something I'm going to continue looking around and seeing if there's better solutions. So I'll get back to you, Ankush, on that one. So we got one from Leo. Leo does some good posts. So do you teach online? ? Have an audience and maybe planning a membership. Let's hook up. So he's trying to harvest people from the group. This is not allowed, and I'm surprised that Rakesh has not deleted it out. So we don't like people, we like this place to be safe, and we need people to feel that they're not being driven to somewhere else from the site, because a lot of the time, not all the time, but a lot of the time, people are getting people across to a site and then they can basically control them by putting their own posts about their products and things. So we like it to be a completely safe place. So that might get deleted, that post by Leo there. So be careful about putting links and things. We have Wow Wednesdays where you can promote your site, your Zenler site, and talk about things. That's why we have Wow Wednesdays. So we are kind of clamping down on this kind of self-promotion thing in the platform, just because we want it to be a safe place. Right. So Nana has asked, is Razorpay the same thing as Stripe? ? I guess I won't be offering PayPal anymore. So it looks like Nana's PayPal account has been disabled for some reason. You need to get onto PayPal and find out why they disabled it, because there's usually a reason behind it. Maybe they feel that it's a fraudulent account or something. You might need to verify yourself. You should get a question from them at some point. You should get an answer from them at some point. So no, Razorpay is not the same thing as a Stripe. It's different. Razorpay is like for the Indian marketplace. So it might work for you, it might not. I mean, I advise to use Stripe. It's a lot easier. I haven't had any problems with my PayPal account. Now I've said that, I probably will. But I've been on PayPal for years and years and I've not had any problem. But some people are, especially with the newer accounts, if they see money coming through or it's not a lot, it basically, like email, it kind of just can shut you down. And the thing I don't like about PayPal is they don't get back to you. You know, they don't get back to you very fast, if at all, sometimes. So a lot of people are left hanging, and a lot of people are left hanging with lots of money in the account as well, which is even worse for small businesses. So I advise Stripe. So no more questions in. So I've got a question about live classes. So I understand that if we host a live class, students need to register each time. No, they don't. But with a webinar, they don't have to. No, that's the wrong way around. So with a live class is, Tracy, is assuming that you have people into a course. Definitely check out the video I just did on the channel. Where is it? Here. Did enough for public registration? Where is it? Maybe I've moved through it. Here we go. Yeah, taking payments for live. Now, this is how you can do it. If you've got taken a payment and someone's bought a course, the course doesn't have to contain anything. You're just using it to take the payment. On the course access page, we're turning off the curriculum. So this is like a one-page site. On the course access page that they get access to because they paid for it, you can then put the time and date of the live class. Okay. So then you can start a live class by going into live, and you can then go to, you can select the enrolled course that they've just bought. And then automations can take over and send an email to them saying, join here. And they don't have to go and set up their email or password again, because they would get access by using the same email that they used to buy the course. So they don't have to. And also bear in mind that nobody else can get in. So if someone else comes along, joeblogs@domain.com, comes along, puts his email address in there to jump in on the course, he will be denied access. Okay, so it locks it out for only people that have paid. And that's why we've done it for live class. Well, live webinars, we set up a live webinar. You can go and register your interest in there. And when it starts, you can just join it. And that can be done right up until the last moment, or until the set number of participants have been reached that you've set on the live interactive webinar. So there is a big difference there. You got that the wrong way around there. So Tracy, I'll send the link to the video there and you can see that working. So, okay, so we've got Tara. I'm trying to set up Facebook ad to an opt-in on New Zenler, but I need to verify my domain. Can anyone help guide me to where the DNS settings are too? Tara, it's really much easier if you put your hosting, like who are you using Namecheap, and it will basically be under your manage your domain. So Facebook ads, they probably ask you to put either TXT record, or they might have asked you to put they sometimes ask you to put some HTML into the header of the page, which you can do. They sometimes ask you to set a CNAME record up. So you just need to go in there and do that, and then you verify. And the same thing, same way that email authentication verifies, it will verify in Facebook as well. So that's a nice, easy one. It's easy to talk about it. Sometimes people are, I don't know anything about DNS, so it's hard. But if you just take it easy, it's take it slowly, then it will work out. All right, so we've got a topic presenting, describing your course units. I've seen a few posts discuss it recently. I'm going to reply above, so I think Chloe's doing a promotional thing there. Is there a possibility to add the option to change language to my website if I want to have it bilingual? You can use things like, I've seen people use things like Google Translate in there, and I think I'm going to do a video on that. But at the moment, we haven't got multi-language in the one site. You would have to remember, you have, if you've got Pro, you've got 3 sites, so you could do them in multiple languages, set up a different site for it. If you've got the premium, then you can do up to 10 sites, individual sites. But I think you can use Google Translate to do a translation of it, and it's definitely a video that I should maybe put in there. There are certain blocks that can't be changed, but I'll have a play around with that and answer that, Rainier. All right, so I think no questions in here at all today. So I know I didn't promote this Wednesday, I only put it up a few hours ago. So I guess people have forgot that I'm hang around here on Wednesdays at 4:30 BST time every Wednesday. So I'm going to wrap up now. I've covered quite a few up to about 7 hours ago. So yeah, have a great week, rest of the week. Join me, definitely join me for that live that I'm doing on Sunday at 3:30. Okay, 3:30 BST, branding and design. Definitely join the blogging challenge. If you're interested in blogging, this is gold dust. You know, you pay thousands to get this kind of access and be able to access Kevin on those courses. Also branding and design as well, because I've got Ian there. Again, he would charge a fortune for doing these sort of things. So this is all free content to you, not paying a penny for it. So get in there, join all the lives that are going on. These are big things. You know, we have a lot of turnout on the live workshops and the challenges. I don't know if Kevin's capped it, so you might want to get in there really quick. Just get in there as soon as you can, just in case there's a participation limit that he's put on it. I think he's going to turn this into an evergreen course at the end as well. So that's me just about finished now for today. Hopefully a lot of you will watch it on replay and give me some feedback on there. And I will be back next Wednesday. Well, I'm going to be here on Sunday, and I'm also here on Monday for office hours with Kevin and Rakesh, where you can ask as many technical questions as you like. And yeah, have a lovely week.